Hello, I'm Doug Schulte with Select Machining Technologies, here today at the Soraluce factory in Vergara, Spain, to introduce to you the new Soraluce TAD 25 Universal Machining Center. The Soraluce TAD Universal Machining Center is equipped with a Heidenhain TNC 640 control with the new 24-inch display. And the Universal machine has axis travels of 98 inches in X, 47 inches in Y or cross travel, and 59 inches of vertical travel with a 50-inch square rotary table with 8,000 kilogram or 17,600 pound load capacity on the table. So now I'll introduce Barkala, applications engineer from Soraluce, who will help us demonstrate and show the features of the TAD 25. So the TAD 25 features X-axis travel of 98 inches, Y-axis travel or cross travel of 47 inches, and then Z-axis vertical travel of 59 inches. The TAD 25 is manufactured of full cast iron construction, uses linear guiding systems on all three axes, and features a 49-inch square rotary table with full C-axis contouring capability and 17,600 pound load capacity. So now we'll talk a little bit about the Soraluce Universal Head. In this machine, we have it equipped with the Soraluce H226 Universal Head, which is stepless in design, which gives us 1/1000th of a degree indexing in both the vertical joint and the diagonal joint. This spindle is a Cat 50 taper, a big plus. The spindle motor is inline, which means it's mounted in the ram, and it's a direct drive to the spindle. It's a 40 horsepower continuous rated motor with over 450 foot-pounds of torque continuous rated. Indexing in 1/1000th of a degree increments gives you full access to many indexing angles, whether it's vertical, horizontal, or any angle in between. All Soraluce heads are manufactured in the Vergara facility. Soraluce has a complete design manufacturing capability of all their universal heads, orthogonal heads, and any other design that might be requested by a customer, whether it's a standard head design or a special. We can also offer other spindle tapers. We can offer Cat 50, as I mentioned. We can also offer HSK 100, Capto C8, and if a customer has another specific request, Soraluce is happy to quote that as another option. Other features of this Soraluce particular head is that the motor, the inline motor, is chilled by cooled water, and the transmission in the head itself is lubricated with aero mist lubrication to keep the bearings cool and lubricated through the life of the head. Each index joint is controlled with a Hearth coupling for the greatest accuracy. To achieve the 1/1000th of a degree indexing, Soraluce has a patented system that orients the head in the Hearth couplings to lock on that finite degree. This TAD 25 is equipped with a 40 tool changer. Options are available to increase that tool change capacity, and the standard tool change arm can change tools in both the vertical spindle orientation and in the horizontal spindle orientation. The design of the machine is such that around the back side of the machine, an operator can be loading and unloading tools while the machine is operating. There's an operator station over there to allow access to the tool magazine while the machine is on operation. As I mentioned before, while the machine's operating, Soraluce has the system back here to give the operator access to the tools while the machining process is continuing in the front. So they can turn the tool changer in manual mode and have access to the tools and replace and maintain tools while the machine is running. When they're done, they can put it back in automatic and the machine's ready to run. Because of the machine design in the TAD25, the table only moves in the x-axis. So with that design, we have a chip conveyor both in front of the table and in back of the table, bringing all the chips out here to the right side of the machine. It efficiently removes all of the chips from the working area, so you don't have chip buildup in unwanted areas. This is the standard coolant system supplied with the TAD25. It offers 80 psi of flood coolant and 300 psi of through spindle coolant. It comes standard with a magnetic filtration system and a paper filtration system for keeping the coolant clean, as well as a micro oxygen supplier and an oil skimmer to keep the coolant from going bad. This is supplied by a local supplier here in the Basque region of Spain as well. Optional through spindle coolant pressures are available for 500 psi, 900 psi, or 1,000 psi. So a little more about the TNC 640 CNC control. Soraluce develops all the software for the control in-house in their own software factory. They've developed the Smart HMI, which is available on the 24-inch monitor. And they've also developed unique and exclusive soft keys on the right side of the screen, which allows multiple aspects of the CNC and the machine to be monitored, like the head and different index points of the head, as well as the tool changer and recovery of the tool changer in the case of it gets out of sequence. Those can all be managed, as well as machine diagnostics and other aspects of the machine can all be managed from the HMI. This is the standard operator panel for the machine. For this machine, it has the optional wireless handheld pulse generator that the operator can have without having to worry about it being tethered to a cable. Another feature of the TAD25 in the control system is that we can operate the machine both from the front of the machine and the back of the machine. So the CNC control panel now is positioned in the front of the machine, and thanks to the linkage in the arm that holds the control, we can easily maneuver it to the back of the machine just by pushing it straight through the door. So now we'll come around back. We can finish pulling the control through. And now the operator has access. When you're running the spindle horizontally and you're machining the back end of the feature, this isn't easy to see from the front side. So now we have operator very good access and line of sight to where the tool's going to approach the part from the back side of the machine. And he can easily maneuver where he wants to and then close the operator door and continue machining. This Soraluce TAD25 is equipped with Soraluce's exclusive DAS Plus dynamic active stabilizer system. It's an active damping system to eliminate chatter in the cutting process. It will completely eliminate chatter in any range of harmonic frequency. DAS Plus incorporates a module at the top of the RAM that will introduce a strategy to eliminate the harmonics, as well as spindle speed tuning and spindle speed variation are part of the system to eliminate the high-end harmonics from tooling and tool holders. It's an automatic system. The operator only activates it in the program, and as the machine's cutting, it will develop the strategy automatically to eliminate the chatter. And when you eliminate chatter, you increase tool life, you increase part accuracy and surface finish, and you less damage to the machine long term from eliminating the chatter and the vibration. We talked about DAS Plus. To access DAS Plus in the control, we talked about the soft keys before. You can hit the Advanced Technologies soft key, and that'll bring up the DAS Plus, DAS, and spindle speed variation, all chatter control strategies that Soraluce has developed in-house and are patented features from Soraluce. Another feature that's in our stock machine, it's an option for the Soraluce machine, is adaptive control. Adaptive control is a very good feature when machining castings and other surfaces that aren't uniform. It will speed up and slow down the feed rate of the machine based on the cutting load on the spindle. We'll talk a little bit about the Soraluce Enclosure. The Soraluce Enclosure is made of premium materials, heavy-duty steel enclosure, large windows for operator visibility. Our enclosure includes the roof, so it's fully enclosed. When the door is closed, it's fully enclosed for chips and coolant containment. The side doors on the machine can be removed for long parts that need to run through the machine if necessary. Tool changer is fully enclosed as well. Mist collection system could be added to the machine for mist control. The lighting inside the machine is by 4 LED light systems that keep the inside working area of the machine very bright so the operator can see everything going on inside the machining area. Another nice maintenance feature in the Soraluce TAD is inside the electrical cabinets. When the doors open, the internal lightings come on and there's LED lights in the electrical cabinet so the maintenance personnel can easily see all the components they're working on inside the electrical cabinet. To quickly discuss ergonomics of the TAD25, you can see with the doors open of the enclosure and the design of the enclosure, the operator can step right up to the edge of the table for clamping and unclamping workpieces. He can also easily adjust tools in the spindle and change out tools or inspect tools as necessary while he's in the setup process. Also, because of the design of the enclosure, if you're loading heavy or large parts into the machine, they can be loaded overhead because when the doors are open, the top of the machine is open with the doors. The next thing we'll show is the ability to inspect the tool if you're operating from the back side of the machine, because it's just as easy and ergonomic for the operator to access the tool from the back side of the machine as it is from the front. As you can see, if you're in the back side of the machine operating from the back, you can also have good access to the spindle and good ergonomics to the table to make adjustments to the tooling or the work holding as necessary. So now Barcalo will help us with some cutting simulations of the machine and show us the first thing that will happen is we will probe the part, and when we probe the part to find work zero offset, that work zero offset will be used for the entire program. Every index angle of the head and every index angle of the table, you'll only need one work zero offset for that. So the OMP 60 probe system is used in all of our Soraluce machines. So after we pick up the work zero offset, the cutting simulations that you'll see will be the head in multiple angles, addressing this feature of the part in multiple angles of location, whether it's on this side of the part or the other side of the table or even at an angle. And then we'll also address some of the machining of the casting surfaces or the weldment surfaces that are on an angle using various head positions. Another feature that we'll see simulated is Soraluce's virtual C-axis. This is a feature that allows turning using multiple axis movements and coordination of those axis movements with the rotation of the C-axis of the spindle. So if you have interest in the Soraluce T8025, please feel free to call us at Select Machining Technologies. Thank you.